Welcome to this quick overview of Suffrage Sojourn. It is online learning activity that I've created using generative AI, ChatGPT in particular, to sort of capture uh, Women's Equality Day and the journey that women have been on to achieve equality. And I think that having access to a resource like this can be really powerful, not only for K-12 students, but also for adults, so that they can learn more about the journey. And I just want to quickly call out a few items. You'll see that up in the top right-hand corner of this website, you can actually switch to several different languages. I usually do the seven languages that are commonly spoken in Texas classrooms. This time I decided to just limit it to English, Spanish, Vietnamese, and Chinese. But you can see with just a drop-down menu, everything, all the language changes to whatever the target language is. And I think that's important because we want to make sure that every student has access to this information, this history, and they can use it. There is also a teacher mode, and you'll find this teacher mode available throughout the content that's on this website. You'll find ready to teach investigations, ACE framework, some discussion prompts. And this is a pretty standard teacher page. It's not very deep in the sense that there's not going to be a different teacher page for each page in the site. This is the standard one that's there. But you'll also find some resources that you can explore from the Library of Congress, the National Archives, the National Park Service, and National Archives again. There's also a journey map that gives you sort of a big picture if you want to jump straight to it. There's Declaration Hall, Coalition Crossroads, State Strategy Trail, Ratification Run, and Equality Gate. And you'll notice that only the first, stop on the journey is open and available to you. The rest are locked. And the reason they're locked is that you want to start and work through this in sequence. So let's go ahead and begin the journey, and you can sort of see how this resource works. When it comes up, you'll be given, a page that looks like this that is focused on allowing you to explore the evidence. The declaration takes shape, and you'll see a original illustration. It's not an actual illustration, but it's one that's similar to what would have been that might have been seen. And you'll find that there are just different resources here, from primary source to the demand and the coalition. So if we look at this, the first one is the Declaration of Sentiments. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal. And the writers deliberately echoed the Declaration of Independence to connect women's rights to the nation's founding ideals. Once you've read that, you've processed it, you can, and in teacher mode, there's actually the ACE framework, which includes a one-page diagram that students you can print out and students can use. There's also the lesson plan, student stems, different materials that you can take advantage of, and resources there. Once you've processed that, you can click on the arrow. It'll say evidence collected, and then you read the next thing. And how you process this information and add it to your field notes, that's really up to you. And I think that using a framework like the ACE framework, where you have students articulate, connected to their own experience, extend it, applying it to new ideas, is a really powerful way to accomplish that. Once you've gone through that, you'll be asked, there'll be a question, and like this one says, which evidence best supports the claim that the convention connected voting rights to American founding ideals? I haven't tried the listen to this chapter, surprisingly, so I'm kind of scared to press it. Well, let me go ahead and hit it. And I must have my audio turned off.
Meeting hall, ordinary people are doing something extraordinary, naming injustice in public. Gather the evidence they used to make their case.
So I'm not sure if you heard that. Hopefully you did. But it will play someone saying something there. And so, uh, which evidence supports? Well, it was B. So that gets you a voice badge, and then you continue onward. And this one's Many Voices, Shared Work. It talks about Sojourner Truth, Francis E.W. Harper, and Mary Church Terrell. And again, I'm just going to quickly go through these. A coalition wants to reach people excluded from major conventions. Which plan uses the widest range of movement strategies? And again, this is, I think it's pretty straightforward, but it does give you the opportunity to have a conversation about the content and to think about it. So you'll go through all of this, all the chapters 4 through 5, and that's sort of that's the process, and it will keep track of your progress as you work through this. Now you'll notice that you can adjust the reading level, K2, 3, 5, 6 through 8, 9 through 12. There's sound and narration if you want to turn that off, and maybe it's not appropriate for the classroom. There's also transitions and ambient effects. You can choose to pause those or uh, turn them on or just reset all progress. And that's pretty much it. Hope that's been helpful to you, and give it a try, explore.